Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 16 of our Union Summer 61 campaign in version 1.11 using the A.O.M Mod. Just a reminder, if you've been following along in the series and you enjoying the content, remember to hit that like and subscribe button and to leave a comment below. And also, if you do believe the videos I'm providing you are worth a tip, there is a link to buy me a coffee below. Also, A.O.M is, just a reminder, one of the creators of the A.O.M Mod is running their own series right now on the A.O.M channel. And following along in the series, probably if you do use the A.O.M Mod, it's probably a very good idea, as he is playing as they naturally occur during the game. He's explaining changes that A.O.M has made to the game, so it's a very natural explanation as they come up, and so it's well worth watching his videos just to get the in-game change explanations, other than the fact that he does do them very well. Moving on from there, it's now December 2nd, and we're going to cover last episode and then go into the monthlies. So last episode we got a lot more accomplished in that 1 month than we had in 3 months previous. We got a lot done. We had a battle here at Lake City. Now, this army is not going to move anymore. Engineer Corps is going to sit in place. Actually, they're pulling back to Jacksonville. The 2nd Army and its 2nd Corps are going to winter at Jacksonville and then move on to Fort Clinch in the spring. We had the Battle of 2nd Mississippi City, pushing back, not Trimble's Corps. Was it Trimble's Corps? Lovell's Corps. So I don't know where his corps has retreated to at the moment. I kind of lost sighting of them. Oh, there he is. So Lovell's there, Trimble's there, and so is the Army headquarters. So hopefully 1st Army and its 1st Corps can keep them trapped on the island for the rest of the winter. Once spring hits, I'll be moving them down into New Orleans to start taking down Fort Macomb, St. Philip Garrison, what else is this? Fort Jackson, all the fortifications around New Orleans, opening up the port for our usage. So, and we did take New Orleans also. So we did get a lot done. Moving on from there, we do have the monthlies now. Just a disclaimer first, I do expect this video to be an administrative video for the most part. I said at the start of the last episode, I didn't think, I thought that was going to be an administrative episode, but Rebels still made moves. So I'm hoping this one will be the administrative episode that will get us through the winter. And towards the end of the episode, if we do make it into February, I will go over my plans in detail for a spring offensive. So let's take a look at our economy now. So current rating is BB minus. We did cut one more bond, so our liabilities are now at $855 million. That one bond we did cut actually had a fairly good rate on it. 5.84%, so it actually wasn't that bad. Current economy cycle is contraction. We are in the winter. It says our tax revenues increased by an extra $50 million. Tax export volume last month was 862 out with 2.7 coming in. And average core production over the last 3 months was 587 million, a change of plus 8.9 million. And the major shortages are still the same ones that we had already. Look at economy alerts. Once again, basically all the same stuff that you always see. I don't know why our fish production is so short. Because we have a lot of ports in the north. We should be making more than enough fish. And it is what it is. Flour production is still down. I do have to build another mill, but I'm still waiting for another level of farm mechanization before I do that. Leather's still short, niter. So basically a lot of stuff I also need to make ammunition is not present. But as we are in the winter, our shortages in rifle and artillery ammunition should catch up, but we'll probably quickly burn through that once the spring commences. Looking at finances, as you can see, we did have a nice little up jump there, but that's probably the bond that was cut. So yeah, we spent 236 million more than we did bring in. So our total revenue was 863 million. And we did manage to bring the Army upkeep down. I did take the one project. The Army upkeep is now down to 467 million. Prior to taking logistics reform, it was at 490 million. So I'm going to keep pumping money into logistics reform to bring down Army upkeep costs, as it is having an effect. The more I take it, the more of an effect it does have. And moving on from there, we do have intelligence reports now. So they are currently working on print notes 1, so they're just kind of right behind us on what they're taking on the policies track. Now, relations have gone down to 39% with Great Britain and France. It's gone down by 13%. I don't know why. It could be because of those 2 major victories that we had. I'm thinking that is what might have done it. Or they did take restrict cotton trade. That doesn't help either. So, there's that. So we dropped the army there. The morale of their army is down to 64%. And it looks like we took out 2 more officers, Lieutenant Colonel Clark Bartow and Lieutenant Colonel Walker. So I didn't see any reports of them being killed in the newspapers. They might have died at the siege of Wheeling. No, siege of Wheeling was prior to November, so they died at one of the 2 battles that we fought at Lake City or Mississippi City. But I didn't see it in the newspapers. All right, coming over to strategy. So our national morale is at 90. Theirs is down to 72. But their national support is still slightly higher than ours. Ours is down to 77. Theirs is now at 80. Morale of our armies is higher than theirs. Probably because of the 2 major victories that we did have in the last few months. We currently have 386,909 men in the field to their 289,165. And they are still outclipping us when it comes to tonnage. I didn't see if they built another ship or not. No, it doesn't say that they built another ship or recruited soldiers. So hopefully the AI is holding off on building more ships, but I think their economy is as bad as ours right now, so they probably just can't do anymore. Total casualties so far is we're at 35,186 to their 92,361. These numbers are still kind of low for this point in the war. We haven't really had a lot of the big fights that you've seen in my previous campaigns. The power bar is basically still sitting where it was at the start of the campaign a year and a half ago. More to policies. We are still currently working on Revenue Act 2, and that'll be done in another 30 days. So right after we move into January is when that should pop off. And that will definitely help our economy. As soon as that is finished, we'll move into Government Funding 2, and then Revenue Act 3. That'll take 75 days, and this will take another 63 days. So the sooner I take these, the better I will be. And so we got available in projects. Signable only. What do we got here? Farm mechanization. Another level of it, please. Thank you. Now, any more money for farming will go into our agricultural subsidies will go into building more mills. So we got subsidized industry, suppressed population. Take another level of railroad construction. I'm still waiting for the economy subsidy to fill up enough to take the improved credit rating. Needs a funding of 13 million. We're still only at 6.7 million, so it's taking a long time to fill that up, but I think it'll be worthwhile to take it. I'm still not taking any of the industrial subsidies as we are saving up to build the railroad in Florida. And until we get another level of logistics reform, I will not be issuing any out because we don't need cavalry carbines or reform 2. We don't need any carbines, rebuilt ironclads, anything like that. So what we do need, don't need supply reform. I don't see, where do logistics reforms go? Oh, there it is. So 3.2 million funded, need a funding of 6 million. So this will pop up sometime during the month, but so as soon as I am able to fund that, I will take it. I could have sworn there was something else here that I did want. I do not believe so. Okay, so that's the only thing I'm really waiting for right now. Alright, I think that covers everything. Oh, one more thing I am going to do. No, I'll wait for the new tariff act. I want to start getting some river monitors built. Also, can we start building our railroad? Not quite yet. We're almost there. Need 8.9 million. We are funded to 6.7. So we can almost build the New Orleans Tallahassee line, and that will be very helpful for us once we do have it. All right. So hopefully nothing happens for December or January, and we can get through the winter with an administrative episode. So I'll be back hopefully in January. Alright, it's now January 1st, and it looks like we're going to get that quiet winter I was hoping for. So it's time for the monthlies. Oh, closed that by mistake. So we did issue 2 more bonds during the month, one right after I stopped recording the last segment, and one just before the month ended. So our expenditures are still a little high, but once again, not as high as they were. So we're now sitting at double B minus with a debt of 905 million. We're almost into that billion range. Current economy cycle is contraction, and our tax revenues decreased by 2.5 million last month. I didn't construct any buildings. I'm not allowed to construct anything right now. We're at double B minus. Total export volume last month was 917 out with 2.9 coming in, so we did export a little bit more. And average core production over the last 3 months was 597 million, a change of plus 9.2 million. So something going on with the economy. It looks like things are fleshing out a little bit, though all the same alerts are still up there. A big one for us right now is small arms ammunition, but it's actually even on with demand, so that should disappear with next month, as we were just building our stockpiles for the spring offensive. But we are still short all the same things as usual. And army upkeep jumped to 552 million, probably because we are in winter quarters. Because I haven't added any more units. Or that could be because the understrength units are fleshing out and filling up with drafts. So, but the rebel economy is worse than ours. They are not catching up at all. So theirs is still looking like it is tanked out. So I can live with that. Intelligence-wise. So they're now working on print notes too. Yeah, their credit rating is still tanked out. You completed the trade deals project, which should have given them a better intervention rate, but it looks like it did not. And the morale of their armies is back up to 80%. So they haven't moved, and that's a little worrying for me because I don't want to win this too easily, but they still haven't moved any of these corps. They should have moved them before winter set in, but you got all these corps shoved up in here. So these guys have to be trading badly. They have not built another supply depot. So they got to be trading bad at this point. That's not sustainable. Even for the AI cheating, it's not sustainable. But No units recruited, and no ships built, thankfully. Coming over to strategy. Yeah, we're at 388,916 men in the field. They're 292,002. So their ranks are filling up also, though they have to be attriting as much as they are bringing in right now. Their Navy tonnage has not increased. And casualties have not changed because we have not fought any battles in the last month. Let's come over to policies. We are still working on Revenue Act 2. That'll be done pretty shortly here. It says basically like an hour or two in the game that'll be done. And from there we will move into Government Funding 3. So we got in the way of projects. Still don't have the credit rating improvement. And does not look like we have picked up logistics reform yet. I thought I would have that by this month. No, we're almost there. We're at 5.3. We need 6. I'd like to take another level of that. So yeah, my up jump is probably just the drafts being sucked into the units right now while we are in winter quarters. That should cover everything. Don't need to yap your ears off too long on that stuff. So I'll be back in February, and then after the next monthly update, I will discuss my plans for the spring in full. So I'll be back. And it looks like we are going to have a battle this episode. So Trimble's and Lovell's Corps from Stuart's army are once again trying to get back onto the mainland. And once again, they do not have their army commander. He's still out on the island and not able to join the engagement. I guess they really want these guys off the island. Seriously, it has me seriously doubting if I will have First Corps able to take down the forts outside of New Orleans like I would like it to. So we're bringing 13,327 infantry, 2,300 cavalry, and 78 guns to the fight. They're bringing 27,418 infantry, 2,500 cavalry, and 24 guns to the fight. So let's take this battle. And it looks like it'll be 3rd Mississippi City, but we'll see the name once we're in. I'm back after load screen. Welcome to 3rd Mississippi City. We're on the Eagle Creek map, or the Danville map, whichever you want to call it. And even though we were in the defensive area, we are the aggressors for this battle. The rebels are defending Lime Hill. And everything's frozen, so the map's basically open to us. Even the marshland and the river we can use. I don't think I will. So they should be defending back here along the creek line. They have both corps on the field with entry points here, here, and here. But I'm hoping both corps are here and not separated, as they do have a 2-to-1 advantage on the infantry. But I'm not worried about it. We are better armed than they are. And our morale is even on. So even causing a slight amount of casualties on either side could decide this. So they can take more casualties than me, but I can knock them out with my artillery division pretty handily. So I'm going to go straight at them. There's just no other way to handle this. I was thinking about sending one division across the river with the cavalry and crossing back, because everything's frozen. I don't need to use the crossing points, but I'm worried about the other corps sitting here and trapping those forces. So I'm going to keep everybody tightly together, advance through Danville here. And they could be defending up here, but for right now my plan is to move through Danville and hopefully get my artillery division, if they are defending back here at the objective point, have my artillery division set up over here in the farm and do as much damage as they can. It's 3:30 in the morning, so we've got the whole day to get into position. So I'll get my troops in motion, and I will be back once I have contact with the rebels. So it's 6:18 in the morning. We finally have the rebels sighted, and they are defending atop Lime Hill. So I was kind of hoping they'd be down here along the creek in the low ground. Because even though they do have higher numbers than me, having the height advantage and firing down onto them while they're in that false cover would have been very helpful. But I am slowly advancing in my corps forward. We don't have everybody sighted. But they do have a large numbers advantage. They have 32,000 on the field to my 13,300. And that's just an infantry. So I'm slightly worried. I may pull out of this one. I don't know. Their morale has improved. It's gone up to 58.1, where they'd started even with us. So I think they had some units that were breaking and then have solidified. So like I said, everybody's moving up right now. I am bringing the artillery division forward. Got right on 20 speed. And the artillery division is going to set up on this fence line here under the cover of the cavalry. And hopefully I can just run some bombardments and see off some of their artillery, infantry. And there was the other corps was across the river. It's a good thing I did not split my forces up. So, like I was saying, I'm bringing my artillery division up to this fence line here under the cover of the cavalry. And hopefully I'll be able to see off some of their batteries. Lovell's corps is still under strength, as we've just beaten the hell out of this corps numerous times. Trimble's is at full strength at 30, at quite a few thousand men. What are they at again? Yeah, Trimble's got 20,000 infantry, 2,200 cavalry. Like, we were just fighting Trimble's corps, I wouldn't be worried because we're almost even on, and my artillery advantage probably would be the deciding factor. But we're not going to have that here. So I'm just hoping I can break enough of their units before I send forward an assault to make it feasible. Mobile dragoons. So I'm going to continue moving my corps forward, get everything in place, and I'll be back. So we have moved into day 2. I just let my batteries pound away for the day. We did lose daylight at 1700. My batteries weren't in place until almost 1300. So I didn't get too much time to do it. Did inflict over 100 casualties. I didn't see what it was at the end of the day. So I don't know what they took in attrition overnight. Though we lost 77 men. They haven't fired any batteries at us. I think they are reduced to 6-pounders at this point because I got over 600 of those things in stock for the amount that we have captured. So I'm going to continue letting my artillery pound at them for a further day. Hopefully do some morale damage. And then on the start of day 3 is probably when I will begin attacking. I just need to damage their morale some before I go any further. Mine's still sitting at 42.2. Theirs is at 57.9. So I'm hoping to drop that down by the casualties caused by the artillery. So I'll be back. Unless the rebels come out to attack me, I'll be back with a day 3 start. So looks like the rebels fell back off of the top of Lime Hill. So they are now out of the range of my artillery. Not all my batteries are firing anyway. The last few battles, even with large chunks of woods in their way, they were still able to fire at the enemies. This little chunk of wood right here is blocking most of my fire. Kind of hoping they come back forward at this point, but I may have to push forward. I'm not going to sit here and take another day of overnight attrition if my artillery cannot do some damage before then. Yeah, I think I'm going to start pushing my units forward. See if that can bring these boys out to come get me and let my artillery take care of them. I'll be back. I don't know what the AI is thinking, but they were sending this one brigade down the road at us. It's a little odd. Thankfully I had the sharpshooters moving into place over here. before you get into position, just go out and meet those boys. You're getting too close to my artillery. I don't know what these boys are doing. And it's only the one brigade, so I don't know if the AI was sending a reconnaissance out because they didn't see me. But it seems a little odd. They shouldn't hold long. They're in front of 3 batteries and the sharpshooters, and this brigade's now firing on them too. So they shouldn't hang around long. I'll take some casualties in this battery, but oh, and that's my 20-pounder. I don't want to take casualties there. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. And there they go. Looks like they're actually coming out to attack me. Okay. Where's the brigade I had going here? There they go. All right. You guys get into position at the double. You guys put out those fire at will orders, it looks like. All right. Okay, and there's that other brigade. No, don't follow those orders. Keep going to where you're going. Get those orders out, Division Commander. I guess the AI decided to come out and look for me as I was deciding on pushing forward a little bit. We got my 400 casualties already. 200 from yesterday's bombardment and another 200 from this little scuffle right here. Yeah, it's getting mounted up. I think I'm going to swing them out this way. It looks like they're moving everybody towards the road there. So I might be able to catch. I'm going to give these boys a chance to redeem themselves and give them another chance at a flank attack. Looks like we might be able to get into their rear again, so I'll give them another chance at it. A little bit of a lull here, so I'll be back once the action kicks off again. So the AI has all these brigades shoved in down here, and they're all laying down, but they're in range of the 2nd U.S. Infantry. So they're firing down into them. They're just able to hit everybody that's just kind of in their range fan. The 1st U.S. Sharpshooters are coming up next to them. And I'm going to have the 1st Infantry Regiment on their right, trying to flank down in over there. So I think they're a little worried about advancing past here because of the batteries that were sitting here. So, they're just laying there taking the fire. It's kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. And here comes the 1st U.S. now. If they just sit there, we might be able to just break these 2 corps from this action right there. Because we're about to jump their casualties up. You got to shove down your Daniels Brigade, Mobile Dragoons, Stonewall Brigade. Who's this? Not going to tell me. Cowan's Brigade. Looks like we got the Tigers coming up. Got the European Brigade back there. Yeah, alright. These guys just sit here and take this. I'll be a very happy man. Give my guys plenty of musketry practice. Yeah, I got them up to 650 casualties already, so unless they start pushing forward from there, I am just going to let this ride out. So, I'll be back. Alright, looks like they are pushing some more brigades forward. I'm not exactly sure as to what they are doing, though. Not advancing everybody, just pushing forward some more brigades. We got the 1st Louisiana... The right here is 1st Louisiana Tigers, and we're just having a hard time keeping them sighted. In about 20 minutes of game time, we almost have them up to 1,000 casualties. Look at that. They're right there, in front of them, and they can't see them. That is BS. I thought we'd seen the last of that disappearing brigade stuff. Guys about to come in range of the 2nd U.S. Sharpshooters. Plus all these batteries. They're firing at them now. They're advancing anywhere else along the line. They're just shoving guys into the center. These guys are taking fire from several batteries. And their edge just came into canister range. Hey, you can see them now. Good. Rip them apart. They're starting to pull off. Oh, they're at 300 casualties in that brigade already. Tigers are at 350. We're getting the better of the exchange, thankfully. There goes that brigade. Who's that? Daniel's brigade just broke. Once again, these sharps are good, but they go through their ammunition very fast. They're down to 26 already. Should be focused on the Stonewall Brigade now. Get you guys up a little more. Griffith's ready to break. Hell, I might win this battle with just the 1 division. Jeez. With the 1,800 casualties to my 329. Then again, they could soak up casualties more than I can right now. what the AI was thinking, placing all these brigades here. It did work in my favor. Those Tigers, how many casualties they had? They lost half their strength. Now we just gotta rip apart the Stonewall Brigade over here. 2,000 casualties now. So I may push 2nd and 3rd divisions up to the top of 2nd up at the crest here and have a 3rd advance through the marsh over here. Everything's frozen, so they should be able to move fairly easily. Bring up the cavalry division. They still have unbroken units here, so push forward into them. Advance first right up to there. Give them a nice little open killing field if they can get that far. Advance to there. Yeah, the 2nd U.S. Regiment hasn't even taken any casualties yet. That's about to change. Just need to keep these guys locked down while these 2 divisions advance. Yeah, they are on higher ground, so their carbines are going to have better range. My batteries here should be able to fire on this brigade right here. I don't know why they don't have siding down this road too good. They should have some excellent siding. Yet. Yep, alright, it's starting to move. Coward division's coming up. Stonewall Brigade's pulling off now. You guys getting better at pulling their troops out of bad situations. These guys are all starting to get tired now. That's not good. Why have you guys barely moved? The hell? What's going on there? Huh. Movement glitch. I'm really annoyed. These batteries should have an excellent field of view up to here. There should be no issues with them firing back here. I'm losing my artillery advantage because of that. I don't want to push this division anymore because they are all exhausted. Need to let 2nd and 3rd divisions take some of this. They're almost in position. I should detach the artillery. There we go. 2nd U.S. is now engaging. And 1st U.S. sharpshooters are re-engaged. Very good. I want to advance this division in line with these guys, but I need their exhaustion to go away. Looks like I might be able to do that. You guys pull back a little more, be able to get 1st Division in line properly. No, I'm not sending the cavalry into that. These guys gonna move off on us? Looks like, alright. Get you guys up in the line. That's a full-strength cavalry unit. 1,300 men. I'm almost up to 600 casualties, and that's almost 4% of my force. artillery not playing as big of a role as I thought it was going to is kind of disheartening me right now. If all these batters would be firing, we'd have a lot more damage dealt. Decided to shoot it out with the sharpshooters, huh? Company A of the Citadel Cadets. There you go, turn your flank to the sharpshooters. Bad idea. Looks like Daniels is reformed and coming forward again. They're sending forward the brigades that are reformed. But they have brigades that haven't fought yet. They are not bringing it forward. That's not broken. But we have them at almost 50% casualties. Guys are still not, but what the hell's going on back here? Just halt. An artillery battery got in position before they did. That's bad. Taking forever for these guys to move up. So I'll be back. I'm going to rest my divisions in place and come back when I'm ready to start pushing into them again, or they start pushing into me. So it's 15-17 end game, and we've all just been kind of sitting outside of each other's ranges for the most part. They'll move forward a little, get some firing in. That's about it. Got that going on down here. The Stonewall Brigade trying to push up on this brigade and this battery. Not the best idea in the world. Notice brigade has taken a hit. They're almost 300 casualties. But I do have a 3rd Division advancing forward slightly to help support this brigade. Hit these guys in the flank, maybe push them off. So we got the Marines, 6th Infantry Regiment, and the 7th Regiment moving up. And I got the battery coming down to the road here. Hopefully get some firing up that way. But I won't be launching a general assault today. It's 15:30. We're going to lose daylight at 1700. And first US has been out of ammunition for the most part for the last hour or so in game, as they just keep sniping away at the South Carolina cadets right there. I really want to push forward that cavalry division, but there's too much infantry right here in this corner to go get those batteries. So hopefully this little nudge by 3rd Division over here will force an action. If not, hopefully we can have them push back a little further and collapse it for tomorrow morning assault. That is my hope. I got the Corps Commander and Army Commander far enough forward where hopefully the objective is within our deployment zone tomorrow. But one of their Corps Commanders, Trimble, he's a commander in the area also. So I don't know what'll happen. So just an update there. I'll be back. Alright, we have moved into day 3. So the rest of the second day, the final 2 hours, but didn't really see much happening. Just a small advance of 3rd Division up to this position here. Really exhausted the division. And then they were busy clearing out some artillery and skirmishers and took some hits in their officer corps. So the commander of 3rd Division, Isaac Stevens, was killed in action after the commander of 6th Regiment, Hannibal Day, was wounded. So the regiment started breaking. I sent the division commander forward, and while they're still engaged with skirmishers, the division commander was killed. And on top of that, the 1st U.S. Battery E broke. So I'm moving them back into position. I don't know if he is defamed or not yet. We'll find out after the battle. But if he is defamed, he will be joining the other cavalry commander up on the Canadian border, where he can go freeze his ass off. But it's not looking too good for us. They still have a lot of brigades that have not come into the fight yet. Who's this? That's Stonewall Brigade. They fought, but they do still have fresh brigades. Not many, but they are there. So our morale is still sitting at 41. Theirs is at 56. We've caused 5,500 casualties, about 17% of their force, but we're at 1,369, which is 8% of our force. So I'm leery of putting an attack forward, because we just can't eat the casualties the way they can. But one thing I did do, these lines have not changed since yesterday. We're still singing the same lines. The fronts did not advance, as I brought the artillery division all the way to the right flank. And it showed them having better siding a few seconds ago. When I brought them over, it showed them having siding all the way over here. You know, at least I could fire on these guys over here. Hopefully they'll have some morale effect and do some damage to these units over here. So we'll hit play, and I haven't decided, and see if these units are even in position still. So we don't know if they are or not. Nope, they have moved. And they were right on top of us. What the what the hell? What the hell? Just, jeez. Alright. Push forward, get on the objective. This is weird. Wow, they put their brigades right on top of us. Get back on those guns. Get in the fight. Holy hell. I've never seen anything like this before. fire. Advance and fire. 1st U.S. Regiment. Do not break. Damn it! Average division, mount up. This is not something I was expecting. What the hell's evade on? Gotta get that turned off. Fire into that brigade. Don't break the sharpshooters, please. Damn it. That's not good. Engineers. Get up here. And 7th Regiment just broke. Wow, I was not expecting what just happened. Took no casualties at all yesterday. Now they're at almost 500. Get in there and shoot. Damn it. 6 is about to break. Wow, that just caught me completely off guard. We have jumped up to 14% casualties, but they've jumped to 21. Good, break them. Advance on New Orleans garrison. The good thing is they're all sitting here. Yep, the artillery's starting to break them. They're taking a massive morale hit. Paxton's brigade at 50% casualties. That's 45 men. What the hell? That shouldn't even exist anymore. I think there was an Arkansas cavalry regiment at Newmarket that had like 45 men and then ceased to exist after that fight. Alright, we have the objective now. Wow, that opening shock could have gone either direction. Wow. So we are sucking up casualties now. Go engage them. 2nd U.S. push up on that artillery. Division, let's get you up here. Wow. Outside of this artillery battery commander, I hope none of them got defanged. Get on your damn guns. The hell? Looks like the AI just tried overloading me. Thankfully, it didn't work. Keep them in range. Keep shooting them. really helping right now is having the artillery division right here. Did I lose any more officers in that? Well, Stevens is already dead. You know, Lime Hill's taken. Alright. Haven't lost anybody else. You guys have no problems taking off that battery. Come on. Stay on them. Stay on them. Things have gone interesting. I think we can push them now. At this point, I'm no longer worried about the casualties. We are just taking them, and I can't do nothing about it. And first USD broke again. All right. That is Alexander Webb. He is going to freeze his ass off up on the Canadian border. Now we'll go finish off the cadets. They're at 50% cast. Let's see if we can wipe that brigade out. Keep advancing. Broken their left flank, it looks like. Just gotta keep my casualties down to 19%, but it looks like they're starting to pull back. Yep, there goes 6th Regiment. What the hell are you turning to shoot at them? Shoot them. I don't think I'm going to get a major victory out of this. Our casualties are too close to that 19% number. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. Yep, there they go. What the? How the hell did we just lose sight of them? Unless they just surrendered to us, which I doubt. Nope. There they go, retreating. Whew. The start of this fight just scared the hell out of me. Alright, keep shooting them. Keep shooting them. Rack up the casualty numbers. not going to be wiping any of these boys out today. Ignore those dragoons. They're glitched out. You'll just be wasting ammo. Got them up to 9,000 casualties to my 3,000. That's a big hit for us. That's a full division's worth of men that we've lost. Alright, let's speed this along when I catch anybody else. Alright. Oh, jeez. I was not expecting the start of day 3 to go quite like that. Wow. So, we lost 2,897 of our 13,321 infantry. We lost 69 of our cavalrymen, 11 of our 75 guns, for a total loss of 3,064 of our 16,692 man force. That's a fairly big hit for this corps. We took down 8,000 of their 30,000 infantry, 1,000 of their 2,800 cavalry. We got all 30 of their guns, surprisingly. I didn't think we'd do that. A total loss of 9,000 of their 33,000 man force. Alright, let's take a look at the paperwork. Engineers did not get into the fighting. 1st Cavalry Division only came in at the end. So, division total is 121. I'm going to go through each regiment. 1st Infantry Division, 1st Infantry Regiment caused 383 casualties to infantry, plus up to 387. Should be the 2nd U.S. Infantry Regiment, did 751 to infantry, 77 to cavalry, for a total of 833. The 1st U.S. Sharpshooter Regiment did 1,080 to infantry, 3 to cavalry, for a total of 1,093. And 1st U.S. Artillery Battery G did 93 to infantry, 12 to cavalry, 1 artillery, for a total of 114. Division total of 2,427. 2nd Division, which is the 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment, did 767 to infantry, 144 to cavalry, 8 to artillery, for a total of 919. 2nd U.S. Sharpshooters is that second line. They did 1,350 to infantry, 132 to cavalry, 65 to artillery, for a total of 1,547. 4th U.S. Infantry did 236 to infantry, 87 to cavalry, for a total of 323. And 1st U.S. Artillery Battery I did 142 to infantry, 59 to cavalry, 12 to artillery, for a total of 216. Division total 3,005. Thought they would have... I thought 1st Infantry Division would have the higher numbers, to be honest with you, because they were firing... Day 1, they were firing down into that low ground where all those brigades were stacked up. I really thought they would have caused more damage than 3rd Infantry 2nd Division did. 3rd Infantry, which was out on the left flank. The 6th Infantry Regiment did 629 to infantry. 7th Infantry did 15 to infantry, 12 to artillery, for a total of 30. The Marine Corps Regiment did 500 to infantry, 125 to cavalry, for a total of 626. And 1st U.S. Artillery Battery E did 7 to infantry, 58 to cavalry, 7 artillery, for a total of 72. I gotta check and see if this guy's defamed or not. And the Artillery Division. This has all got to be outside of 2 of the batteries, which is Battery D and Battery M. These 2 batteries fired basically all 3 days. The rest of these, this is all from day 3, basically. So I'm not going to go through each one. Division total is 821. Alright, let's get closed out of here. Wow, I mean, that day 3 start, wow. But, day 2, I thought the rebels were going to assault me. But I think they decided against it. Once they were down in that low ground and they were outranged, they just kind of sat there and laid down. I think the AI figured it was not a good idea to attack. And the problem is when I did start pushing my troops forward, because I couldn't make the top of the hill, most of my units were fighting from the reverse side, which means outside of my 2 sharpshooter brigades, all my other units were outranged during the fighting. And I had to keep pushing into them, which is basically why I stopped moving my lines on halfway through day 2. There was no way I could push forward without taking massive casualties. I was waiting for day 3, hopefully to get my artillery into the mix, and we did, but day 3 was just weird. Alright, so Battle of Mississippi City, 3rd Mississippi City, has ended. The enemy suffered total casualties of 8,600 men. There are 1,496 killed, 1,280 captured. Our casualties totaled 3,064 men, with 405 killed, 523 missing, and the rest wounded. We captured 3,434 rifles and 7 guns from the battlefield and sent an additional 1,200 soldiers off to our prison camps. Giddings loses face, Grigsby loses face. I'm not sure who they are. Let's see here. Okay, Giddings is one of mine, apparently. Okay. Feelings of Lieutenant Colonel Giddings causes much anger in public, many demanding his removal. So he was not the battery commander, so I don't know who that is. I gotta look at that. No one should have really been disgraced. Doesn't show if I've taken out any of the rebel officers. Some of their division commanders were out in the open during the fire. So was their corps commander. I think I would have gotten one of them. We'll see with the February report, I believe. Alright, let's get this one rolled off, and I think we'll end the episode here. Gonna be doing more winter episodes than I expected. It's going to take a few days to roll off. Oh, there we go. Revenue Act 2 is passed. Now, start working on government funding, and that will take us 76 days to complete this project. Alright, it is what it is. Hopefully we start earning some more money with the new revenue flow. Flavor paper there. This was 3 days, so it's going to take a minute to roll off. Like our army headquarters is retreating to the center island now. There they go. Alright, they're staying on... Nope, they're heading back to Fort Massachusetts. I gotta do something about that fortifications. And there's our army commander now coming up. What the hell? I'm carrying 3,300 casualties in this army. Between both corps. Oh wait, it's only one corps left in this army. What am I saying? Alright. Well, they didn't replace those officers on me yet, so 6th Regiment. Are you a regular? No, you're not. So next up is Quinby. Scamming. None of these guys are infantry, but they are next up. Quinby. Alright. Okay, Giddings commanded one of these 3 brigades, but now he is 3rd Division Commander. And he can't stay there. He's got to go. So I got to go through these units, figure out who's going to replace him. But we'll end this episode right here. So if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so alerts when the next video comes out. Like a brigade of one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state is from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I will oblige on all counts if possible. And comments, as always, keep them coming. Best part about doing this is engaging with you guys. And I'll see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.